Welcome back to my channel. The quality of the vlog will go up quickly after this intro, so excuse that, but I actually forgot to film an intro and I realized making this vlog that people might not know what the Big 12 is, or what On the Hill is, or anything like that. So I briefly wanted to give an introduction to not only myself but this vlog. My name is Bekah. If you're new here, I am currently a student at the University of Cincinnati. I am serving as a senator at large in our undergraduate student government, which means that I represent the students as a whole in student government, and I have a voice to university officials, administration, etc., to be able to uplift their voices to them. Cincinnati recently accepted an invitation to join the Big 12 Conference. The Big 12 Conference is essentially a bonding of schools. It's often used and referred to in sporting context, but also applies outside of that. It's generally used for marketing and visibility purposes. In this case, we got to go to Capitol Hill and use our conference to advocate on behalf of students for college affordability and mental health resolutions and policy making. Without further ado, I want to get into this vlog. Let me know below if you have any more questions or if I can further explain anything about this vlog or about the experience as a whole to you guys. But this is the Big 12 Conference on Capitol Hill. Today is the day that we head to Washington, D.C. We are going on behalf of the Big 12. I got my refresher this morning. The one right by my house was completely out of refreshers, so I went to the one like 10 minutes away. I could not go without this today. I'm gonna be real. I'm kind of sad to leave my dogs, but my mom has them and I know that they're gonna be okay. Right when we touched down in Washington, D.C., and we were headed to our hotel. Made it to the hotel. We are unpacking our stuff, and then tonight we have dinner and like a cute little reception and everything. So this is post dinner and reception when we got to go and explore the monuments here in DC. It was so fun. Today is our first day advocating here on Capitol Hill. Tonight we had the cutest little dinner. We had like salad, and then I got pasta, and it was actually really good. There just like wasn't enough because I hadn't eaten since breakfast. I was a bit hungry. We ended up actually getting pizza. It's right behind us. Overall, it's been a really fun experience so far. Meeting a lot of people. I was giving me issues on my eyeliner, so we're gonna ignore her. Besides that, things are okay. We've had some issues here at this hotel, but nobody else seems to be having those issues, so it seems like a decent hotel. I think we're just having bad luck with it, but that's kind of the update, kind of what we're doing today. And I'm just getting ready right now. after a super long day, my friend Isabel and I stopped at the botanical garden and we just took a peek around at everything that they had to offer. We also got cute little matching tote bags. A local artist in DC designed these. And then after that, our next stop was Arnold and Porter. This is a law firm associated with the Big 12 that also lobbies here in DC, and they had a penthouse office area for us to kind of have a nice little reception and close out our time as a conference before we had our state day. After finishing out our reception, we ended up going to dinner at Farmers and Distillers right across the street from the law firm, and it was absolutely delicious. I highly recommend eating here. I had the crab cakes personally, but the restaurant was decked out in all sorts of decor and adorable things that referenced George Washington and the Founding Fathers being farmers. Once we got back to the hotel, I truly crashed, so the next footage is from day 3, which is our state day. We started out inside of the Capitol building where we were reserved for a Senate meeting room by one of the Texas senators who graciously gave us a room and a spot here to get to meet before we had our state day where we met with different representatives from each of our individual states. Once we were actually inside of our room, we were met with some cute breakfast, nice scones and bagels and donuts, and some refreshments. We heard from a speaker, and then we ended up leaving the Capitol and heading back over to the office house buildings where we had our first meeting with our Ohio representative who represents us here at UC. Interestingly, once we were heading over to the Senate office buildings, we passed by the Supreme Court where we saw the loan forgiveness protest. This is Ilhan Omar trying to get away from all of the protesters and walking across the street after she spoke. And we headed to Dirksen. This is in Dirksen, actually the basement of Dirksen, and we met with our Ohio senator before heading back over to the Rayburn building. As you might be able to tell at this point, there was a lot of back and forth between the Senate and the House office buildings, which was a lot of fun, but definitely got our steps in for the day. This one is a funny clip to me because we were walking right behind interviewers, but after this we headed to the National Gallery of Art. I highly recommend the National Gallery of Art if you're into art or just want to go sightseeing in DC. It was absolutely beautiful and I had a great experience. At the art gallery, we ended up going back to the hotel for a bit and then heading to an oyster bar. I ended up getting a crab cake sandwich. I really love crab. And then we ended up going out for a bit and just exploring the city and finding some cute little places that were adorable. Finally, the trip closed with a trip to the Corner Bakery. I highly recommend this little shop. It was a chain in DC. I said goodbye to the cherry blossoms in the Capitol, and then we headed back to Cincinnati. so much for watching my trip to DC. I had an absolute blast, and I hope that I made this vlog entertaining and not too dizzy for you guys to watch. See you in my next video. Bye.